throughout the world fairly and assume a natural, unbiased view of those recordings. We declare a public commitment that all our staff shall remain committed to their work and carry out their duties and responsibilities in accordance with the Charter of the Editorial Quality and Accuracy Assurance. We declare a public commitment that our editing staff, technology, and editorial procedures be handled only by us and prevent any outside or third-party editorial influence or tampering. We declare a public commitment that our editing staff treat their responsibilities with great care and seriousness while executing their duties in a way that preserves our media independence, ensures avoidance of outside or third-party influence, and remains committed to protecting the integrity of the Freedom Publishers Union masthead. We declare a public commitment to strive to uphold these principles to the best of our ability and pledge to never knowingly violate them. Should we fail in this commitment, we pledge to quickly and honestly report our errors, explain how we came to make the error, and describe the actions and process we will undertake to prevent repeating the failure in the future. This was adopted by Freedom Publishers Union August 24th, 2018. Well, the first thing I see a problem with is nothing that they're putting out there and posting is accurate in any way, shape, or form. The majority of it is proven to be lies, so they're publishing nothing but lies and disinformation. So your charter is pretty much worthless. Then we go on to the mission statement. With frequent use of the terms fake news, misinformation, post-truth, and alternate facts, it is vital Freedom Publishers Union outlines our commitment to quality, publishing standards, and principles. Freedom Publishers Union content is based on the best facts that we can source at the time of publication. No, it looks like it's sourced from any defaming slanderous bullshit you can get from your friends. That's what it seems like. It goes on to say, however, these are our opinions and represent our interpretation of the facts to provide a context. As such, the conclusions may not match mainstream media stories. None of this shit is mainstream media, by the way, but whatever. Freedom Publishers Union contributors and editorial board are humans, and as such, are subject to making mistakes of commission and omission. We request our audience to both be tolerant of our errors and to communicate any errors to us so we may respond and correct them as necessary. Freedom Publishers Union will never be intimidated by erratic and offensive public commentary. In 2016, the traditional media landscape has been shaken. We will never be intimidated by unfair media reforms designed to ban, block, or censor the activities of the global free press. Freedom Publishers Union remains committed to publishing exactly what our motto says. Publishing that is right and what is important. We will always place priority on our ethical responsibilities to publish what is in the public interest. If Freedom Publishers Union observes the free press to be under any threat, we will respond accordingly. Again, so their mission statement is basically saying that they will do their best to publish truth, and if they're made aware that something they're publishing is bullshit, they will take action to correct that. That's never been done. Elon Richie, Chris Jones, whatever you guys want to call him, has been made aware numerous times that the shit he posts is totally false and fabricated and delusional, and yet he continues to post it. With no apologies. And as I said, now he's hiding behind protected tweets on his Twitter page because he's a coward. So then we go to the next page, says Freedom Publishers Union plus QAnon sect. QAnon sect is another who is part of the Thomas Schoenberger mindless minion stalking gang. And he says QAnon sect is not a psychological operation. It is an international affiliation of operatives working in the shadows to keep nations safe from domestic and foreign enemies. Right. He's just another social media goofball who thinks he's important. That's who he is. Freedom Publishers Union collaborates with QAnon sect to help unmask the illegal activities of the deep state and our enemies who seek to do harm upon innocent individuals. Wow. That's funny as shit.
So what would happen if I wrote them a letter?
Absolutely nothing. People have, and then they tell you to provide them with proof of what they're saying is untrue. So,
Really?
You can try it if you want, but it'll get you nowhere. Because it's ran by that one guy.
Do you think it'll make it worse if I do that?
He'll probably do another hit piece about you crying about it,
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
Well, that's what he did to me when I called him out for fucking with my daughter's Twitter page.
Yeah.
And did all that shit saying, oh, Jesse's delusional. We didn't do it. Oh, yeah, you did. I mean,
right.
Evident.
I mean, because if they're saying on their website that they, tell the truth or blah, 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 it's like, dude, you're seriously putting out false information about people.
So then you've got Friends of Freedom Publishers Union. Red Cross Australia, Red Cross America, Black Dog Institute, Beyond Blue, Head States Animals, WWF Australia. All these people are supposedly friends. There's one listed there. Wikipedia is supposedly their friend. I have to guess that they post some of these people or names of groups that really aren't associated with them, probably don't back what they're saying. Just the same cicada token listed people that were so-called board members that didn't even know they were part of it,
Gotcha.
Like I said, you can go
to hear every side of the story from this one word.
You can read all this stuff yourself.
Yeah, I have it. I just haven't clicked those open yet.
Yeah, it's packed full of nothing but defaming, harassing bullshit.
Yeah, I was really caught off guard that day I called you about it. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and it had been out for a little while when you...
I know, I had just found out the day I called you, and I was pretty, kind of a little shook up over it, just because that was so odd.
Right, exactly. So we were talking a little bit earlier about, Thomas and Ewan and the rest of the mindless minions, and how they're stating that I showed a tweet where they said Thomas doesn't love this message from Thomas page, and I showed one example of it being Thomas without a doubt. So I have a couple other screenshots related to that topic that I wanted to share with everybody. Again, proving that this is Thomas. So, message from Thomas' Twitter page says, number one, you continue to play deceitful games, Colby. You are not following anyone. You play victim and name Treach as an advocate when, in fact, he did a mini documentary on Ian Murdoch years ago. He says, number two, face yourself in the mirror. Is it any wonder that even your close friends distrust you? Keep posting my name and you will be sued. Go ahead, call my bluff. I will
Oh my
name
God,
you,
look at that.
and you will have legal expenses.
Messing with
No
Thomas.
question
Treach has
whatsoever.
always been
That's
honest with
Thomas
me.
Schoenberg
And this is what
posting
separates him from
on
you
the
and your
message from
boyfriend,
Thomas Schoenberg
Tafoya.
page.
I agree with you
Base
because
guy. Treach called
he's
up your BS. He's
continuing
100%.
to leave Treach messages
And
under his
Treachy always says,
videos.
oh, I don't know
Yeah.
even
And
Thomas.
it's like, Treach is not going to reply to you,
That's why
Thomas,
OG
okay?
one could
He's
normally
not
close
going to
that shit
reply to
out.
you.
About Treach,
He's not going to give you the time of
rubber
day.
shows with Thomas.
He doesn't know what to stand for. Leave Treach alone, dude.
So
Holy
he
shit.
jumps on with another one, which was May 1st. Treach has always been honest with me. And this is what separates him from you and your boyfriend, Tafoya, Colleen. Ace facts. Treach called
Yeah, Treach's
out
too
your
busy trying to
bullshit.
get the
He's lying
hoopty
with
channel
that.
going.
So he's trying to put
Pursuing
tweets
drunken
out,
booze
getting
around
on
Jackie.
Treach's better side, you know.
I agree with you. He's trying to start trouble,
Yes.
and Treach isn't even involved, but this dude's trying to, like, maybe get you to think something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to, like, manipulate your mind, and it's not working.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to make people think that him and Treach are on good terms.
Yes.
Yada, yada, yada.
And Treach just laughs about it. He sends screenshots all the time to Discord going, look at this dude.
Well, yeah, this is definitely, no question, this is Thomas talking in the first person. It's nobody talking for Thomas.
Yeah, that sounded just like, it sounds like one of the paragraphs he's left Treach, like very similar typing style.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And Treach isn't getting rid of them. They're under his, I think, the Lestat interview or whatever on Treach's page.
Right. Well,
And so,
he gives himself away by constantly saying, if you mention me again, you'll be sued. It'll cost you a bunch of money and legal expenses. That's Thomas.
Right.
12% Thomas.
right.
You got Mind Expired, who is, I don't know, man. You know, do people think that she really just believes all this shit, or is she brainwashed by the Thomas and Lisa Clapier with all this cicada shit? Because she's been posting like crazy along with the rest of them about the Cicada 3301 and hashtagging it as Mind Renaissance. It says, we will light the skies with glorious energy, indisputable. And she tweets it again, you know, the same photo, only different colors. We are the past, we are today, we are the future. And then Thomas, on his message from Thomas, says, you were warned, there's more fallout to come. And he posts this tweet about Vice News possibly for bankruptcy, as if Thomas is taking down Vice News, or Thomas, you know, is the reason that they're going bankrupt, you know, because they did a documentary about Thomas and QAnon and all that shit, and Thomas didn't like their documentary, so now he's trying to take claim for their so-called heading into bankruptcy.
Right.
And then again, you got Mind Expired again, posting the cicada logo. Emergent, soon. Be part of the phenomenon. Hashtag cicada, hashtag Mind Renaissance. I mean, and Marsha Stockton posts this thing about Vice going bankrupt. Another one of Thomas's attackers bites the dust. Vice bankruptcy. Hashtag prophecy. You know,
Yeah.
more lucid dreams. Is that what you're trying to tell us? I mean, I don't get it. Like I said, they run blockade for this guy, and it is comical because they're so easy to spot, and their tactics are great. You know.
Well, they use the same wording. You know?
Yeah.
People are a bunch of crackpots, and they say we are? My God. We're not the ones making up the whacked out stories.
Right. Well, what's funny is they talk about, you know, cicada's all about letting go of your ego and blah. these people have the biggest egos in the world. Every one of them. I mean, Thomas thinks he's this grandmaster of everything, and the rest of them all think they're the best journalists, investigators, this and that, and they're all a joke. I mean, literally a joke. And most of the people that come in my chat or come on my panel are 10 times smarter than these people and much better investigators. At least when they come up here with any kind of documentation or information, it's usually true and can be proven to be true, you know.
I agree.
They're not digging up records on other people and claiming it's Thomas's and shit like that. Thomas
Right.
needs to stop using that fucking paid Find Me fucking app or whatever the hell it is to look up people's records, because half of the shit on those.
They're not real. Yeah, and things change and they're not updated.
Exactly.
Time frames are wrong.
Thomas, I think.
Does Denise have her account back by now? Because last I knew she was suspended on Twitter.
No, she's still, as far as I can tell, she's still not tweeting anything, but.
So we're.
So she's on YouTube chatting as Sally Mayo or whatever that channel is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's funny, you said she brought up a 501c3. I find that ironic. Was that recent?
This was that letter that Western called the robot breed. And that I just went over. It's dated April 17th, 2023.
So she has been stalking me on Twitter and my spaces, because I was talking about the possibility of trying to raise funds to save an existing 501c3. One that already exists. I have nothing to do with it. It's just something that I saw that I was like, what they do is pretty cool. And they shouldn't have to, cease to exist because of funding problems. It's a school, basically, like a spiritual school. But yeah, that's kind of funny that she brought that up, because she's been like trolling my Twitter and stuff, and she slid in my DMs and couldn't control her mouth, so now she's banned.
Well, so evidently you are Angela G then.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. Because it says Angela.
Mitch, you're up here. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going, man?
It's going fine. How's it going?
I was just watching Ryan's stream. I don't know if you've seen what's going on over there.
No, I know what's going on. I'm well aware.
You well, obviously, yeah, you had that phone call with Alex.
Right, yeah. And it was recorded.
Yeah, I'm sure you assumed that.
Right.
So there's really nothing new that's going to come out of that phone call where people are going to decide one way or another, right?
Not really. No, I mean, it's the same shit. They did the raid, found drugs, and then haven't heard from the Attorney General's office since. They're pursuing the drug charges. What I've been saying from the very beginning.
And so you were staying at that place and you were just going about your day one day, and then did they bust in? Did they really knock down the door? Or they knocked on
They didn't
the door?
knock down the door, no. They knocked on the door, said police search warrant. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. 4 in the morning, that seems kind of, they don't have to do that.
Right. Well, yeah, they pick any, typically that would be a unreasonable time for most, but they consider that like pretty much as long as it's after dawn or whatever, So, I mean, 4:30, that's reasonable for a search warrant.
And who grabbed the officer's gun, you or your brother? Because in the police report, it just says stairs. Like,
Neither one. Well, I don't think either. Well, because they never indicted him on that charge, Mitch. So it was his door was locked in his room, and they busted into his room, and he was asleep, and he was kind of, I guess, startled, and like stood up, and that's.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much reaching.
There was a scuffle, right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even really a scuffle.
Mm-hmm. Right. Sometimes things end up in police reports that just doesn't always reflect what happened in the situation. Everyone knows that, yeah, for sure.
So when
Obviously, you.
grand jury
sorry,
went
go
to
ahead.
indict, they did not enter.
That's a part I didn't know. So this was presented to a grand jury, and they chose not to.
Every felony charge in Texas is presented to a grand jury.
And so, aren't you pissed at the attorney general? Aren't you on their ass to be like, hey, can you close this? Can you close this case because it's causing me a lot of shit?
I mean, it's going to be causing me shit anyway, right? So, I mean, if it's an ongoing investigation, then it's an ongoing investigation. I don't know. I know that a lot of people are going to look really foolish when this is over. That's all I know.
You feel you'll be absolved? In the end?
Absolutely.
No, I agree with you. If it ends up coming out that you're absolved of all these charges, then yeah, there's a bunch of people. But at the same time, do you judge those people? You don't understand why they're acting the way they are?
I mean, I get it, but this is like nonstop every single night, a panel about me for the last 3 weeks, and we didn't even do that to Da when we watched him record CP.
You feel like it's excessive the way people are going after you over this?
And the way people are, demanding answers, I think that it's ridiculous that, I should be expected to answer for anything to a bunch of fucking trolls, I mean, no offense, but you're lucky I'm talking to you right now, still alive.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm a troll. You didn't have to let me up, and you did. So you deserve credit for that, for sure.
Oh, I appreciate that.
If Alex wanted to come up, would you let him up right now?
I just fucking had a conversation with Alex. Alex just, yeah, no, probably not right now. I just never mind.
No, it might be good for you if you and Alex talked, because
me and Alex just talked. Everyone's listening to me and Alex talk.
It's hard to hear that. It's hard to hear that call. Hopefully they figure out the audio, but you can't really hear it. And it's different when you guys are, having a live conversation in front of us versus a recorded call. And I saw that Tommy and Alex are both in NVCAP's chat right now. And
that's fantastic.
Well, I mean,
is that supposed to intimidate me? I don't give a shit.
No, not intimidate, but more like those two don't get along. But if you were to allow those two up on panel right now in a one-time thing, and you just gave them 5 minutes, I don't know. I think that's because Alex is not condemning you, right? Like he's not telling people. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. People listen to these guys, so if you can talk to them, I don't know. If you can take all comers and take all questions from them and come out of it on the other side, it just looks good. It looks better for you, I guess. Which so far, you have.
Here's the thing, though. So, I mean, my responsibility to take questions from anybody, whatever I voluntarily give, as an answer, I'm going to give us an answer. I believe that this search and seizure violated my rights, Fourth Amendment right. I believe that I also have a Fifth Amendment right and a Sixth Amendment right to not have to sit up here and admit crimes that I did commit that could possibly put me in prison or jail for 2 years. You know what I mean? Up here to anybody. I don't have to do that shit. I'm not going to do that shit.
So
I don't owe anybody an explanation. Until my current court case is over, I don't owe anybody a fucking thing.
So why are people so mad? What do they want you to do?
I don't know. That's them.
See, this is why I think a conversation would be good. I mean, you're right. You don't owe any of us a minute worth of your time, but 5 minutes with Alex and Tommy on your panel, then you could at least say, hey, I did it. I answered the questions from the guys in the community. What more do you want from me?
Yep, I don't know.
Who knows if they would? Who knows if they even want to? I know you've already talked to Tommy a couple times. So I don't know. What's the plan from here?
My whole chat is saying no, so I'm going to go with no.
Wait, why? Why doesn't your chat not want you to talk to Alex and Tommy? Like, what's the worst that could happen? They want blood? I don't think that's... I don't get that sense.
Because you are one.
Do you feel like I want blood from you, Ed?
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, sometimes, maybe. But on this issue, this is like a serious issue. You know, I'm not trolling.
Okay.
This is
just as much of a serious issue yesterday and the day before that, the day before that, the day before that, and since the 12th when it came out, right? So that's been an issue for the last 17 days, and they've done panels every night for the last 17 days, and I'm not participating in it.
So what's the plan then from here on out? The community is just going to be divided forever?
The community was divided long before, and it'll continue to be divided, I guess, yeah, for sure. I'm going to continue to be a voice for victims in this community.
All right.
And victims of Tony Fellows. Exactly, Clown Force.
So Clown Force says, why the fuck should he? It's bad enough Ed has to field questions about shit he did not do.
Exactly.
I see that point of view, but I also see the other side of things where it's like, we have someone in our community and there's this police report, you know, he was arrested in a child porn sting.
Arrested for what?
We have some questions, obviously.
I was arrested for what?
You weren't arrested for that, no, right? Which, you know, I'm not trying to misrepresent anything, but even be that as it may, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a rough situation, dude. This, like, I don't know if it's gonna go away. Is that your hope that they'll just eventually leave you alone? And
Ryan did lie. Ryan said I was charged in a court of law, accused in a court of law.
so Ryan lied about you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go press him about that, and I'll make sure that the record's set straight, you know, for what it's
Oh, well,
worth.
he made sure, like, after I called it out and told him that if Brenda was still alive, then he wouldn't be fucking acting like this. When I said that, he changed his thing to say, oh, he's a suspect at the end of it, but still said that I was being accused in a court of law.
That's not true, right?
Yeah,
As far as you
no, that's not true. I'm being accused of being in possession of a controlled substance in a court of law. Sure.
These are fair points, man. Like, so just say this to them, you know? Like, why not? I mean, this is what you said to Alex, I assume, right? Pretty much, in their phone call.
Yeah, Alex asked me if I had CP charges. I told him no, because I don't. I have possession of a controlled substance charges. One charge, actually.
Whatever you said to Alex, it seems, you know, it's not like he's coming out and disavowing you.
Okay, so why do I need to say it to him again? I mean, he heard what I said.
Yeah. All right. Can we put Ryan's stream on?
No, fuck him. I got nothing for Ryan. He dragged me for the last 17 days straight. Fuck that son of a bitch. Fuck him. People were reaching out to me earlier. Can you and Ryan talk in private and try to settle this? No, fuck him.
Let's say you didn't have these charges, Ed, and then...
That's not charges.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Let's say this report wasn't about you, but it came out about someone else, and you didn't have any reports.
I wouldn't drag him for 17 days. With that information I had that's 3 years old, I really wouldn't press it too far.
Mm-hmm.
Going out to the unfound. Shouts to the four.
I mean, a 3-year-old. Alex said, you know, when I was talking to him earlier, that, like, all of his people that he caught that had CP, right? Like, they went over the phones or whatever, and they were all arrested within, like, 3 months at the most. The maximum was 3 months. That tells me that he didn't have any CP, right? Did I get my phone back? No, who the fuck wants a 3-year-old phone? I have a new phone now.
Nothing but a pussy, bro, and I just want to tell you that you're a pussy.
All right,
Goodbye.
go fuck yourself. Yep,
Yeah.
God damn.
So I'm daring you to come down to Texas. Come on down. In your busted-ass RV with Cooley and Captain Gingerqueer. And come on down and come to the Walmart that I ain't worked at in 3 years, you fucking scumbag piece of shit. And do what you're gonna do. Bring it on. I dare you. I fucking dare you to come to my house and see what happens to you. I fucking dare you. Come on down. Come on down. You won't come down because you're a bitch. That's why you will come down. You're a scumbag piece of shit. And all you're making is empty threats. That's all you are, is empty
You're
threats.
such a
You're a
badass
fucking
hardcore tough guy,
cocksucker. That's
huh,
why.
Word?
Sir, you want to say you're going to fuck me up? I dare you to come to my place, because I protect what's mine.
Oh, that makes you so tough there, Edward. I think you're not allowed to own a gun, right?
Too, because
How the fuck did he make that a 3-part series? It's like 2 minutes. He ran up to the car and the dude took off.
because that's what he does.
I must have missed the catch. I mean, I seen the catch. I watched it live, and I was like, "Holy shit! You don't even have a license plate. You smart." But you explained that too. I must have missed the catch. I mean, I seen the catch. I watched it live, and I was like, "Holy shit! You don't even have a license plate. You smart." But you explained that too. I was like, "Holy shit! You don't even have a license plate. You smart." But I was like, "Holy shit! You don't even have a license plate. You smart." I was like, "Holy shit! You don't even."
And it was to this really fun, it's actually really cute, this monkey video trying to sell corn with this little dog, and it was a really funny animal video.
Was that the bulldozer thing?
Let me see what
Here from Zero T, Shinobi.
what the title was, but the link is in our description. I'll tell you, this little monkey and dog with the corn was absolutely hilarious.
So Denise, the channel she went off on, you're saying was not the NVCAP Fireside channel?
No.
Channel?
Different channel, yeah. I won't say it because I don't want more people to join in on that fucking shit.
Right.
And the more people will, and I just can't deal with fuckheads like that right now.
Yeah, well, I noticed
They don't know how the justice system works. They don't know how raids work or warrants, and and it's very hard for me to tolerate that kind of shit when they don't understand certain things. And they want to interrogate you as another YouTuber, and it's like, fuck you.
Right, exactly.
Y'all are going to look like idiots when it's all said and done, because I know what he's going to court for, and it's nothing what is being said.
Well, it's funny because these other people think that you owe them an explanation and you owe them answers.
Yes.
Their questions about it. And I'm thinking, to myself, why does anybody think that anybody on YouTube owes them a damn thing,
Yes, I agree. And I have to remember that myself. I have to remember that.
I mean, I've said it from day one. I'm an open book. I don't have anything to hide. So
Right.
if anybody asks me anything, if I feel like answering it, I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it truthfully.
Right.
If they want evidence, I'll obviously provide evidence.
Right.
Man.
Well, yeah, with some of these shitheads, they're going to believe what they're going to believe because they're on the hate bandwagon. Simple as that. No matter what I say is only going to lead to more interrogation. And I don't need to deal with that. I don't owe them anything. I'm not going to be interrogated anymore about the subject. They can figure it out on their own. They can,
That's why I said you approaching this Chris Jones, Ewan Snitchy, whatever the fuck he calls himself tomorrow.
Yeah.
You approaching him will only lead to him trying to bait you into other, questions, and you giving him pictures and this and that. I mean, he's a real jerk off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, people like him, I say, hey, fuck you. I owe you no explanation for anything.
Right.
I owe you no evidence of anything,
That's right.
And then he'll turn around and do another hit piece on you going, oh, I gave him an opportunity to talk to me and provide evidence and prove this and prove that. And he refused. Therefore, he must be guilty of the defaming lies I said.
Yeah, right.
That's the kind of clown he is, so.
Right. Well, and I've calmed down a lot, too, since the day I talked to you.
Yeah.
I was just twisted up about it because I'm like, what? Like, this is out there on, like, as an article for people to read on the internet. Like,
Well, he's like Denise. He's kind of like Denise. He has no following, so it's
like I kind of was feeling like the boogeyman was writing all this stuff and putting it out on the internet, and I don't know who the boogeyman is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I said, the point of being, he really doesn't have a following. You know, if you
Right.
his Twitter, Denise's, Thomas's, Marshall Stockton,
Right.
Mind Expired, any of those guys.
Right.
They retweet their own shit. They like their own shit. Nobody else pays 2 fucks attention to them, you know.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So that's why I tell everybody, you know, unless you're truthfully going to go after them for defamation,
Gotcha.
nobody's seeing their shit anyway.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. I was when I talked to you because it was just so like, okay, this is off of YouTube, and it just felt weird to me.
It looks like a legit, news site or something, especially when it says Salt Lake City News, and all that shit.
Yeah, but when you said you couldn't find anything on it, I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that's just a crock of shit. That's the way of making their shit seem important, and like people are following them, when in fact most people are laughing at them and nobody's paying anything to them at all.
Yeah, when I first saw it, though, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
This is going too far, people.
Yeah.
Look, in reality, there's only 3 of them. Each of them have 10 accounts, and they all follow each other. That's why they never have more than 30 followers.
Yeah, that's basically the way they work, yeah. Well, Thomas, there's emails floating out there where Thomas was telling other people to set up like 30 bot accounts on Twitter and this and that.
Right.
And he even explained to people how to buy subscribers and views and likes and all that shit,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting me talk about that.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
I appreciate it.
Come up and shoot the shit at anything.
Totally, thank you.
Let me talk about my buddy Edward
One of 2.
I gotta protect him. Yeah, I'll do anything for my buddy.
I know, and I was.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Hilarious, though.
I mean,
he kept popping on the screen, trying to bat at your hand.
Could you see him? Because I wasn't paying. I was trying to get him to not attack me, and the water bottle wasn't right there.
Clear all that fucking
we could see him pop in his head and his
he was laying on the kitchen table, and then he got up and was coming at me to try to bite me as I was sitting there because I was trying to stop him from what he was doing.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to stick a claw in your arm.
He was, and bite. He'll come right at me, and he does this deep breathing thing in his nose, like he'll go and come at me doing that.
Maybe you better get a shark suit.
I'm like, I call him a punk. I'm like, you're a fucking punk. Like, all I'm trying to do. Ooh, this is off the subject, but some of you know I had a Pampered Chef party, right? And I just got all my stuff today because I ended up having a really good party. And I ended up getting a hostess gift at 60% off, 4 things at 50% off, and then the rest of my order 30% off. So I'm going to show you that I got my boxes today. Let me turn my camera around. I'm so excited. Let me camera and facing back. Okay. Okay, I gotta fix my mirroring thing because it's putting stuff on the wrong side of the screen. Okay, here I am. So, there's one big box.
Quite a haul.
2. So that's 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes.
So, Pampered Chef, is that like bakeware or?
It's a bunch of different stuff. Like I have a mixer, like a baking mixer from when I was 18 years old.
Wow.
I finally got a new mixer at 60% off. Pampered Chef lasts forever. Their spatulas, their paring knives, their pizza stones. Like, we have the very large stone that I bought probably, I don't know, 15 years ago or more. And we keep it in the stove and we just put stuff right on it. And but I got a deluxe mixer. I got one of the larger sized air fryers.
Right.
New pots and pan set. So the pots and pans I have are from 2000 and they're Circulon. They are still, it was a wedding gift to me from a boss at the time. It was a big Circulon set, like $350 worth of pots and pan set. They still are working great. But because I got these at such a good price, I went and bought myself an entire new set of pots and pans.
Cool.
And so my big things are the
Good
air
for you,
fryer,
Angela.
the mixer, and the pots and pans. Yeah, so here's a 5-piece cookware set. I know you can't see that very well. So,
They just don't eat things like they used to. I mean, I've still got Grandma's old pressure cookers.
oh yeah,
Those are old school
Has a
pressure
little
cookers.
thing that's set on the top of it.
right.
People will come in and it'll be cooking and they're like, man, aren't you worried that thing will explode? And I'm like, hell no.
Right.
Those things are built to last. I use it for, like eating noodles and stuff like that. And then I have a blender that I remember I was a little kid and we were.
And she's got drums. Look at that. She's got drums.
We were going through
I love a good drum set. Yeah, that's how you do it.
And he bought one for my mom.
Black man, black man, black man.
I'm 58 years old, so that thing's got to be 6 years old.
Right. Yep.
And it still works as good as the day it was brand new. Still looks as good. And,
So I gotta tell you something else. So here's Maverick's drum set. It's like shoved in the corner right now, but because but that's his big drum set. And then look at all these Hot Wheels and cars. This whole living room is literally Maverick. Race car sets. Papa's made a homemade jump for all these trucks.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I told him the other day, I said, you need to get rid of some racetracks because he just bought a whole nother racetrack that takes up the whole floor. We just had Maverick last night, so we've got blankets everywhere and, his little snack from last night still.
We literally have like these 3-drawer storage things. And we have full of them that are full of nothing but Hot Wheels and monster trucks and dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, we've got every kind of dinosaur imaginable in this living room.
And then in the garage, he has the big wagon that's full of all his son's toys. That he plays with in the yard.
Yeah, we need to go through that living room, and Papa just keeps bringing more stuff home, and it's like, listen, you can't.
Don't blame it on Papa.
It is Papa, because we already have 5 racetracks, and he brings home a whole racetrack, and it's like, okay, our living room is only, luckily we only spend time in the living room when he's here. But I'm looking at new furniture and redoing the living room, and it's like, okay, you guys need to go through your toys, and we're gonna give them. I already told Maverick, we're going to give them to kids that don't have any. So
We donated. I donated a lot of them when we went to the
Cast iron, granite ware.
mhm.
It was a month-long trial.
Melt in your mouth, hell yeah.
We spent many days in the offices at the courthouse where the victim unit and people, talk to the victims and all that. And, people bring their kids in there, obviously, a lot of times. And they sit there for hours and hours while the court hearing is on. And they had like one toy car and one little, I don't know what they call it, like abacus or something like that.
I got a video lined up. I'm gonna play it in about a couple minutes. Take care of some business first. I'm back.
And kind of like, man, you guys don't have anything in here to occupy the kids. So I donated several large boxes of all kinds of toys to the special victims unit prosecutor's office for the courthouse. I mean, the kids had to be put in there, no doubt. So.
That's right, track right here, brand new from Motive.
Yeah.
This one is called Done For Me.
So Diane, I got the pots and pans set, but then I also ordered some
birthday shouts going
coated
out to
cast iron,
shouts to Nicole and Sick Boy.
other baking dishes, and then I got another one that's a really large cast iron skillet that you can make. It's like oblong, and you can make fajitas and different things. Like you can put it on the barbecue, the stove, the oven. So I bought extra pieces as well. And yeah, it's pricey. Like I did spend some money on my portion. I did, more than I wanted to. But I haven't had new stuff since I was a teenager. 18, and I'm 51 now. It's like, all right, I'm going to do it because the stuff lasts. It lasts forever. I bought spatulas probably 15 years ago too. They don't stain. Like other spatulas, you use on spaghetti sauce and they're just stained unless you bleach them. These ones don't stain. And the warranties are really, really good. So, it's a really good product.
Hey, you got a good deal on it.
Yeah. I'm real happy about it. I'm excited, so can't wait to try that fryer.
I got a coupon from the place that printed my Notre Dame photo on canvas when I did it for my mother, and they offered me a huge discount if I wanted to order more. So I actually did a sunset at the lighthouse that I had on canvas, like on a 2-foot by 3-foot.
Mm-hmm.
I had a collage of Madonna photos, and I had that one printed on canvas as well for myself.
I love the canvas stuff.
So I'm waiting for those to come. They should be delivered in the next day or so.
Very cool. Hey, I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to call my sister. We haven't talked in a few weeks, so we're going to get on the phone and shoot the shit for a while.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks for having me. Nice to see you, Malak. All right, bye.
Nice to see you too. Take care.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Have a good weekend. Yeah, I'll actually have to get ready here in the next 20 minutes or so to head to the club. We got six or seven performers tonight, so it's going to be a busy night, long night. But I just thought, I got some messages from a few different people over the last few days, and one in particular kind of made me chuckle a little bit. They were like, hey, when are you going to do a stream? If I don't catch them live, I always watch the replay, and you guys haven't been on in so long. I'm jonesing, and a couple other people have asked when we were going to go live again. So I thought, well, I've been busy. I think I said it on the last stream. It's our busy time of the year right after winter. When spring starts to set in, we're catching up on the things we couldn't do over the winter months. And we got the Federal Reserve raising interest rates again, which has got a lot of people in panic. So people are buying a lot of houses right now in hopes that the rates aren't going to go higher before they close their deals. So it's caused a spike in home purchases in our area. Kind of panic buying, I guess, is what I'd say. But so when house sales are booming, I'm busy because I do inspections on houses that are for sale. So they've been keeping me really busy, which is really why we haven't been on. But I'm still in the background, man, watching all these morons and collecting evidence, and you know. But yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and do a pop-up stream just to make some of the people that were having some withdrawals, you know, give them a quick fix. So you guys know who you are. This stream was for you. Yeah. So silicone. I love the silicone spatulas. I have a couple.
That's right,
of
Trent, right here.
silicone
Brand new
sets
tune
of
from the
spoons and
Vanguard
stuff.
project
I've never messed with
featuring
silicone
Sydney Bryce, and this
spatulas
one's
yet,
called
but
Micro Machines. Going out to Das Shalipo.
copper clad frying pans too, non-stick ones. Someone recently gave Pavana and I a set. They advertised them on TV. They were a few $100s. They're blue, and the inside of them, they're non-stick. The inside is blue as well. They were like an as seen on TV type of a deal. And they gave us a big set of those. And so far, so good. I like them. They're definitely non-stick, that's for sure. But you still can't beat good old cast iron, man. I don't care what anybody says. Cast iron and even stainless steel, like for stock pots and things of that nature. Just kind of glancing at the chat there. So other than not getting your brick and mortar things going well for you, Mohawk?
Yeah, absolutely. I've still managed to make a ton of progress on, the coding side of this application that I'm building. And like I said, I have a fully functional offline large language model like ChatGPT, which is pretty freaking great. But yeah, I'm still moving forward, It's kind of funny that Denise was in that space, because we noticed there were some people who weren't logged in and they were listening through a browser with no account. So I could only assume that was, one of them, because they try to follow me around on Twitter and stuff, so they can always keep on track of what we're talking about and try to like hijack it or sully it or, whatnot. But I'm not really concerned about it. They're one-trick ponies. They're incompetent. And once that stuff makes it round to Thomas, like he's just
to live a double life. He was married to this woman for like 35 years. He ain't even in the same state.
At Spectrum, we...
And he going and meeting little boys. And he got caught. And I gotta say
this is from Oscar Taylor's show. But this is one of Tommy's old catches right here. This is good.
I'll say this, that this has to be the worst feeling ever. As the dude getting caught and his wife having to hear him explain why he in another state caught with trying to talk to a 14-year-old. But listen to this, because I thought this was the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life and the most embarrassing thing. Roll the clip.
Yeah. Well, I've got something to tell you.
Oh, it's horrible.
I'm here in Denver, and I was going to meet up with what I thought was 18 or 19-year-old boy.
Not sure.
He's 14.
Oh, my.
What? And
got caught.
And I got caught.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hey.
This is hard to even watch.
Yeah.
Just
you hear the guy say, "Hello, ma'am. Hello." That's
horrible.
Tommy Bellows' voice. Yeah.
It gets worse.
Dave?
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Deb, this is Tommy with Colorado Pet Patrol.
Colorado Pet
I'm here
Patrol,
in Broomfield,
Tommy.
Colorado with your husband. He attempted to pick up a 14-year-old who he knew was 14 to bring...
Yeah, you know what? Edward Leonard Stairs has always been jealous of Tommy Fellows, aka Colorado Pet Patrol. I still really think, and I don't have a proof, but I just believe wholeheartedly in my heart that Edward bitch ass fucking snitch Stairs took down Tommy's channel. 225,000. That's 250,000 subs. Tommy was bringing 150, 200,000 views per video, and yeah, he was getting monetized. You know, eventually probably would get taken down from YouTube. I mean, everybody's going up to Rumble, you know, like Alex's has, Rami, Courtney Elizabeth, and probably other predator porch. I mean, YouTube is, I mean, it's a Silicon Valley. I mean, it's a Silicon Valley. They're like monsters. You're trying to go bump in the night, get rid of, but you can't. Anyways, let me digress. Let's just keep on rolling this.
Bring back to his hotel for sex. And we are here with him now. Yeah, and I apologize to tell you, he didn't want to call you, but we wanted you to know. He clearly knew it was a 14-year-old. This is our 267th catch.
267th catch.
And he's here at the Walmart to pick up the 14-year-old boy.
Ghost just did a 350 something earlier.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Deb.
I'm so sorry, Deb. This breaks my fuck.
Fuck, man. Hear that poor woman, it just crushes my heart. His wife sitting there hyperventilating, about ready to break down the phone. Disgusting pursuit this guy is, man. Married to your wife for 35 years. 35 years. And you want to go hook up with a 14-year-old boy. Absolutely disgusting pursuit. Poor, it just breaks my heart hearing that poor woman hyperventilating, just want to break down and shambles on the phone. Disgusting.
Fucking heart.
I know.
Oh, she's...
Ma'am, we would never call you on something like this as a joke.
My whole marriage been a lie. Has it been a lie to you?
No.
I remember it last year. Rami had a catch like that. This guy was married for 25 something years like that, and this stupid dude wanted to meet him and under his child. Poor wife. I mean, her heart. She was just breaking down the phone, crying. Man, I almost want to cry with her. I just want I just want to reach the computer screen and just hug her, give her a hug, hold her. You know, it's right. You know, guy. I mean, your husband's a dirtbag, and here's another class of dirtbag. Disgusting pursuit.
All right, that's almost like a police shooting. It's pretty bad. It's pretty hard to watch. But, you know, the reason that I wanted to play this video is I hope that somebody who's watching this, if you think you're going to do something that you should be doing, you're going to get caught. What happens in private will be public after a period of time. God will expose you if you're doing something you know you ain't supposed to be doing. Especially if you think about doing this, what he did. You can't live a double life.
Absolutely not.
You will be found out, either through your own consciousness or through intervention from God or intervention through law enforcement. But it's horrible to put other people through it. I feel bad for both people, mind you. Because you got...
Plus, here's the thing, too. You know, you might be a hardcore Christian. You go to church every Sunday. But you sitting there living dirty. You know you've done bad. You committed sin. God will sit there, punish his own children. You know, you might be looking at God at the gates of heaven thinking you're good Christianity. Some down the road, you made a bad sin, did something horrible. God punishes down. God looks down at his own children and punishes them.
Got to be messed up. You got to be seeing ghosts and hallucinating, and the spirit of the Antichrist must be up.
I mean, for somebody to pull, you know, somebody that doing that kind of stuff, you have to sit there looking at devil horns, like the New Jersey devil, like that. Satanism, Lucifer kind of stuff.
Upon you, for you to think about going to another state to meet with a 14-year-old kid. I don't understand how people do this. I don't understand how you can live a double life. Just tell your wife, Becky, I don't want this no more. y'all kids are probably, you've been married for 35 years. Your kids grown. They gotta be grown.
Well, here's the thing too. I have a problem. You marry, say a grown ass man. You marry your wife at 25, 30 years old, and maybe the romance start to fizzle out. I get it, but you don't sit there, throw it all away for something like that. Especially like, well, I want to try something new, something a young, fresh spunk. No, you don't do that. When you marry somebody, you're married for somebody that's richer and poor through sickness and health until the day you die. Yeah, when you get older, the sex is going to be as good when you're in your 40s and 50s. It's not going to be romantic when you're in your sweetheart days and 20s old. I mean, come on. A lot of times, when you get older, you don't think about much sex. I'm 45 years old. I don't care much about sex now as I did in my early 20s. I mean, hell, I'd rather go watch hockey a lot of times if I'm with Sandy to want to have sex. But when the time is right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And we'll do anything it takes to spice up marriage. Maybe the romance is dead, but sometimes you got to find a little something to spice it up, to jazz it up, for a little. It's like throwing a little something to the fire. Whoosh, whoosh. You know what I mean? Bring that romance back. Do that? 35 years on to go meet a 14-year-old child? What the fuck? Where's the head of that person, really?
They get in their own life. Becky, I can't do this no more. I'm sick. Or if you want to be with another man, be with a man. They got little men out here. They got men 5'4", look like a 14-year-old. If you want to put his hair some type of way, or you got to mess with a kid.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with dudes with the little girl. It's like, hey man, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but like, this is probably gonna sound real bad, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, there's men, you know what I'm saying? If you just so happen to have some thing about somebody that's small, why you want to go with a little girl?
I mean, come on, I see chicks out there in the 30s and 40s look like they're barely even out of high school. That's the truth. It's the truth. I remember one time Poon Hunter was talking about that. Poon Handler was talking about a chick that's 22, 23 years old that looked like she's 8, 9 years old. Because she's only like, what, 3 feet tall like that, and they'd never get her like that. No, it's a day and age. You get women out there who look way younger than they are. Seriously. I had a co-worker. She was she was in her late 20s. I think late 20s. Yeah, it was Heather. She was 27 years old. A lot of people look at her like she's like 15. Every time she goes to the bar or the store to get a bottle of wine or booze like that, she goes to the club, she always got guarded because people tell her she looks like 15. It happens. And she was only 5'4". You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny, and I'm just going to keep it real.
You're going to go to prison.
Yeah.
And Big Johnny going to work you in prison, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't going to be
Big Johnny working with a Big 10-inch Clinton. Oh, man.
There's so many options. There's grown women at gymnastics. Grown women, they're shorter, they're smaller, they're petite. If you like.
Exactly, man. And that's the thing, that Mr. Tam, I agree with that. You got women college gymnastics and grown women. They're 5'4", look like they're barely even like high school. Somebody's like, oh my gosh, Siemens, so that's what you like. No. That's not the reason why. I enjoy women's sports like gymnastics, softball, volleyball, basketball. I like watching pro women's sports. Women don't get enough attention, embrace in their beauty in sports, their talents. Like, I embrace women that, have work at the workplace. DJ woman to bands. I embrace that shit. But yeah.
Petite women.
Yes.
Why don't you get with a grown up that's shorter or whatever? Y'all can play house. Y'all can play whatever games y'all want. Y'all can role play, do whatever you want to do. Leave these kids alone.
Yeah, what? It's just it made people want to go to 13, 14 little kids in the eyes of law. They can't consent. Why the fuck do people like that? And you know what you call people like that? That fantasizing or trying to get with a minor child like that? Minor attractive people!
And you gotta be really sick to be doing this stuff. I don't understand how people even, bro. Like, what websites are you trying? Listen, let me say this and I'm going to get off this subject because I got to get on the radio. Brother, this is why I don't have any mercy for people like this. You have to go through so many steps to even get to a situation like this. The first and foremost, you got a wife, and you know that you got to hide this from your wife. So you got to somehow get on a website, get on a blog, and then you got to worry about hiding it from your wife to start with. That's
Yeah, and here's the thing. Dudes that try to hide their double life, they're eventually going to get caught. I remember one time I watched the movie a couple years ago called Tall Hot Blonde. It was on a movie, USA Network. Yeah, this guy was a factory worker. Yeah, back in the day, he was a sniper marine, like that. He served the country like that in his 20s, like that. He just lived like that. He got hooked on the internet from his buddy, like a poker shit like that, and then the guy ended up meeting a young, tall, hot blonde. He fell through, and he was trying to live the double life. Well, eventually he got caught. That's what happens here. Dudes trying to live a double life, they're eventually gonna get caught, one way or another. One way or another. That's pathetic. I'm gonna get to the outro part right here. This is here we go.
And you gonna somehow in front of everybody.
Yeah, the whole freaking audience. Yeah, I just want to roll out because I gotta get out of here. There's like one or two other videos I want to roll for end this video.
Get this kid in your car, then you got to get to the hotel, and then you got to try to hide the fact that you got a little kid, 14-year-old walking in your hotel room.
Yeah.
What are you, like, it's so, and then you got to get the boy from the hotel somewhere else, back to his house or something. It's too, you got to go to prison.
It's so many prisons.
You don't accidentally do this stuff. It's too many steps that you had to methodically take, and you knew you was wrong in every step. I'm wrong, I'm going to go to prison,
Yeah. I mean, especially, a logical dude. Let's say he's on the app. Let's say he's just talking to this nice, beautiful, good-looking, intelligent woman, sexy, hottie. And all of a sudden, you're like, damn, you're beautiful. You're sexy. You're definitely on her. They turn around like that. Oh, yeah. And she's like, well, how old are you? Oh, I'm 30 years old. And she's like, well, I'm 14. Bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice life. Sorry. Can't talk to you. You're too young for me. A logical dude can be like that. You know what I'm saying? A logical dude can be like that. Nah, you're too young. Nah. Way too young. Nah. Sorry. That's a logical thing. But you got dudes like that want to go for it? Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds right. You got to do some. Oh, yeah. I like him that long. I like that. People like Philemon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Philemon was going around saying, oh, no, 18, what the hell? Yeah, because 18's too old there, creepy Gary.
Prison, my wife is going to leave me. I'm going to destroy my family. I'm wrong. I'm going to go to prison. My wife's going to leave me. I'm going to destroy my family. I'm going to destroy somebody else's kid. It's somebody's child. And you just somehow you push through all of that to get to the point where you finna get busted. That's why I don't feel bad. My wife was feeling bad about that. Now, I hope every single person that's doing this, they get popped, they get exposed online. You had no business doing that, bro. And then you didn't walk down the hallway in Walmart and slip and fall into the situation. Bro, you had to plan this. Who knows how many other kids this man has done this to? Anyway, I could talk about this forever, but, bro, you did it to your wife. I feel bad for that woman. And then I'm like, how your woman ain't gonna know you that weird? But some people can live a double life. Anyway, see you on the next one. I'm out.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Okay, is Ed available to talk?
Who is it?
I don't know.
It's Bones, Ed.
Okay. What's up?
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So,
have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Sabby.
Good night.
Good night, Sabby.
So, Ed, are we just going with the fact that your incident report had a typo? I'm really just curious.
Yeah, that's what we're going with. Hold on. Stop. No, I'm not doing
Oh, you're not going to do that?
No, we're not doing this tonight.
No, because I don't have any more information to add.
I was asking Ed. I wasn't asking you, Locksmith.
When did I say that?
You said that to
I am not.
Bill's
No,
chat the other day.
no.
That it was a typo.
Hey Kurt, tell me about your weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Grow lights or something.
You know how to grow weed.
Show me your cat.
Well,
No
you can kick me
negativity. You
if
can't have no
want, or A, you
negativity.
can just answer the
If you have
fucking
negativity
question.
in your life, you can't grow
Okay,
weed.
I'll just kick you then if that's what I
Yeah,
have to
just
do.
boot it.
I want proof.
What happened? I went to the bathroom like, what?
We've gone over this time and time again. So
We have had a nice chill stream. If we can't sit here and have a nice chill stream with you,
Okay, you
somebody
wanna laugh?
coming
You wanna...
Edward was a part of identifying the predators' identities, and he was also a part of helping with finding locations. Edward pays for sophisticated software and things to identify predators' locations on the scene, and that was his role. Edward was a ancillary observer witness. Edward did not confront or question the predator, and Edward did not decoy any of the decoys.
It doesn't matter. He was there.
Okay, so if you're suggesting that, I don't believe that it would affect a criminal proceeding like you are implying.
Well, that's the last one. Anyways, I'm out of here. My job. Peace out. See you on the next one, everybody. Take care.